morning, everyone. Thanks for joining. My name's Sam, and I'm going to be leading you through your Vinyasa flow today. So it's going to be a 45 minutes with a peak posture towards the end of class. So go ahead, grab your mat, and we'll meet in a comfortable child's pose. Bring your big toes to touch. Splay your knees out open wide. Sink your glutes towards your heels and crawl your fingertips long towards the top of your mat. Rest your forehead, your third eye center down. Take an inhale, fill up your lungs. Open mouth, exhale, let all your air go. This time with sealed lips constricting the back of your throat, breathe in. With sealed lips constricting the back of your throat, creating an oceanic sound, breathe out. This is your Ujjayi breath. We'll be using it throughout class today to cultivate heat in our bodies. Begin to crawl your fingertips up and over to the top right corner of your mat. Gently place your left hand on top of your right. Then soften your shoulders away from your ears. I invite you today to be present, to let that be your focus, guide you through class. Be present in your practice, in your breath, in the movements, and how they feel in your body. Slowly bring your hands back through center. Crawl them up and over to the top left corner. Gently place your right hand on top of your left. Then sink your glutes a little closer towards your heels. So many times it's easy to just go through the motions without actually being there, letting your mind wander, making a to-do list, other things that you need to do throughout your day. But today I invite you to be right here in this moment. Find that focus. Slowly bring your hands back to center. United breath in together. United breath out. On an inhale, rise up, shift forward, seal pose. So roll over your toes, shine your heart, feet towards your glutes. Exhale, child's pose. Simply shift back, glutes towards your heels. We flow. Inhale, seal, shift forward. Exhale, child, shift back. Move at your own pace. Find your rhythm, your motion. Just beginning to warm up our bodies. Open up our hip flexors and our spine. Slowly we meet back in a child's pose. Breathe in, breathe out. On an inhale, rise up to a tabletop position. Stack shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Extend your right foot out towards the side. Really seal into the knife edge of your mat, so press it into the earth. Modified cat-cow. Inhale, cow pose. Drop your belly, shine your heart. Exhale, cat. Round, tuck and curl, dome through your spine. We move at your own pace. Cat to cow, doming and arching. You can always take a few circles with your body, just opening up through your hip flexor. We meet back in a neutral tabletop. Slowly bring your right knee to the mat. Then extend your left foot out to the side. Press into the outside edge of your foot. Cat-cow on this side, doming and arching through your spine. With your foot extended to the side, it just allows a little more depth into your hip flexor. Take a few more rounds of breath. When you're ready, we meet back in a neutral tabletop position, both knees to the mat. Take a moment, turn your wrists towards the front so your fingertips face you. Just let it stretch out your wrists. You can always sink your glutes closer towards your heels if you want a little deeper stretch, or simply keep your shoulders stacked on top of your wrists. Slowly turn your hands back to the front. Maybe you circle out one wrist and then the other. Let it feel good. Inhale, tuck your toes. Exhale, downward dog, hips up high. First downward dog of class, pedal out your feet. Do your downward dog dance, shake your tail. just beginning to open up the backs of our legs. Then widen your stance. Step your feet to the outside edges of your mat and walk them in about 1 foot each. So you're shortening and widening your down dog. Press into your left hand, inhale. Exhale, twist towards the left. So right hand reaches to the outside of your left shin. So you're going to grab your left shin with your right hand, maybe your left ankle if you have that flexibility, that mobility, and you can always grab your left thigh if you're a little tighter. So any variation on your left leg that you can reach, just feel the twist through your spine from your tailbone to the nape of your neck. Breathe in. Breathe out, down dog, right hand to the mat. Ground down into your right hand, inhale. Exhale, twist towards the right, left hand to your right leg. Your right thigh, right shin, maybe your right ankle if you have that flexibility. Any variation that serves you this morning. Breathe in. Breathe out, down dog, both hands to the mat. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step to the top, ragdoll pose. Feet hips width distance. Grab for the crooks of your elbows. Drape your torso towards your thighs and sway gently from side to side. Let gravity do the work. Keep a bend in your knees. Torso drapes towards your legs. Slowly release your hands to the mat. Toe heel your feet together to touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to your shins or thighs. Lengthen from your tailbone to the crown of your head. Gaze long to the top of your mat. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Hands towards the mat. Inhale, mountain pose. Root to rise. Reach up. So rotate your pinkies inward. Soften your shoulders away from your ears. Create length through your collarbone. Breathe in, grow 1 inch taller. Breathe out, tricep stretch to the right. So bend your left elbow, right hand reaches for it. Gentle tug. Gaze over towards the ceiling or towards your left arm. Lengthen through your left side body. Inhale, mountain pose, re-extend. Exhale, tricep stretch to the left. Grab your right elbow, gentle tug. Gaze over towards the purple walls or towards the ceiling. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, micro back bend, cactus your arms, shine your heart, and push your pelvis forward. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, chair pose, airplane arms. So scissors, squeeze your inner thighs. Shift your weight into your heels so much that all 10 toes could flutter up and then right back down to the mat. Sink your glutes down and back as if you're sitting in the tiniest chair ever. Shine your heart forward, lengthen through your collarbone. Nice adjustments. Inhale, chair pose, arms sweep forward. Exhale, forward fold, hinge through your hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank pose, plant your palms. Breathe in, shift 1 inch forward. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, elbows graze your rib cage. Inhale, upward facing dog. Shine your heart, press into the shoelace side of your feet. Exhale, downward dog, roll over your toes, hips pike high. You can always take Chaturanga on your knees, simply hold high plank to down dog, or take full Chaturanga, your choice. We flow Sun A. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, journey to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, tricep stretch to the right. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, tricep stretch to the left. Breathe in, mountain. Breathe out, micro back bend. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, chair pose, airplane arms. Inhale, chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha. Exhale, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fly to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, tricep stretch to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, tricep stretch to the left. Breathe in, mountain. Breathe out, micro back bend. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, chair pose, airplane arms. Breathe in, chair. Breathe out, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, scorpion tail, right heel, left glute. Bend in and out of your right leg. Make circles with your knee. open up through your right hip flexor. Inhale, re-extend, right leg high. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Pull it up and in towards your right arm. Feel your obliques engaged. Inhale, kick your right leg high. Exhale, active runner's lunge. Right foot goes to the outside of your right hand, the outside of your mat. Your left toes stay tucked, your left knee lifted away from the mat. Lengthen from your tailbone to the crown of your head. Really opening up into our right hip early on in class. This will prepare us for our peak posture later. Breathe in. Breathe out, modified pyramid. So simply straighten your front leg. Your left toes stay where they are. Your left heel will be lifted. You're going to feel the stretch through the back of your right leg, your right quad as you lengthen through it. Keep a small micro bend, one that I can't see, but you can feel. Breathe in. Breathe out, active runner's lunge. Find that bend right into it. Inhale, side plank pose to the right. So ground down into your left hand, then spin open to the right side. So your right foot can rest to the mat. You can rest onto your left knee for a modified side plank, or an option to hover your right foot up in the air. Press into your left hand, the pads of your fingers. Create a strong foundation. Hike your hips up a little bit higher. Breathe in. Breathe out, high plank pose. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step to the top of your mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana, left leg lifts. So keep a firm foundation in your right foot. Press into all four corners. Bring your left knee up in line with your hip flexor. Flex your toes to your face. If you wiggle, if you fall, totally fine. Just get right back into it. Really grounding down and finding your stability. Breathe in. Breathe out, figure four. So left foot to your right thigh. Hands to heart center. Sink your hips down and back as if we were sitting in that chair again. We're opening up into our outer hip flexor this time. So pressure between the palms of your hands. Keep your torso lifted up and away from your thighs. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, airplane Dakasana. So slow and controlled. You kick your left foot towards the daylight. Your hands float back. Gaze long to the top short edge of your mat. Left foot flex the entire time. Toes towards your face. Pretend you are having a block between the palms of your hands. Energetically pull them towards one another. Kick your heel up in line with your glute. Create length from your heel all the way to the nape of your neck. Coming back to a breath, breathe in. Breathe out, crescent lunge, airplane arms, left toes tap the mat, bend in your right knee. Keep your torso lifted up and away from your right thigh. Breathe in. Breathe out, warrior two, pivot open, cartwheel your hands. First time here, you can bend in and out of your front leg before settling into the posture. Then find your 90-degree bend. Right knee tracks on top of your ankle. Rotate it open towards the camera to really open up through your right hip flexor. Keep your arms firm and strong. Inhale, star pose, burst open, shine your heart. Exhale, horse squat, sink low. First time here, option to bring your hands to your inner thighs. You can drop one shoulder and then the other. Gaze over your opposite shoulder, just opening up into our hips. When you're ready, we meet back in a horse. Tilt your pelvis up and underneath you. Draw your belly button back towards your spine. Inhale, star pose, burst open. Exhale, warrior two towards the front. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten your front leg. Bump your right hip flexor towards the front of the room. Reach your right arm towards the daylight. Lengthen through your front rib cage. Inhale. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to the mat. High to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Always the option for Ekapada. Right foot hovers the entire time. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. To the left side we go. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left foot to your right glute. Open up your left hip. Make circles with your knee. Let it feel good. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Pull it up and in. Feel your obliques fire on. Inhale, soar your left leg high. Exhale, active runner's lunge. Left foot to the outside of your left hand, to the outside of your left edge of your mat. Right toes stay tucked, right knee lifted. Press into the pads of your fingers. Gaze to the top short edge of your mat. Lengthen through the back of your neck. Finding stillness in this posture. Getting a little deeper stretch into our left hip flexor where we hold a lot of tension, a lot of tightness. Breathe in. Breathe out, modified pyramid. Simply straighten your left leg. Know that it may not go fully straight depending on how tight your legs are and your hips are. That's totally fine. And one side will always look different than the other. Right foot stays as is. Right heel will be lifted. Small micro bend in your left leg, one that you can feel but not necessarily see. Breathe in. Breathe out, active low runner's lunge rather. Bend back into your left knee. Inhale, side plank to the left, spin towards the back wall. Left arm reaches high, right foot can rest to the mat. Maybe you drop to your right knee for modified side plank or hover your left foot. Take any variation. Rainbow your hips higher towards the ceiling. One line of energy from your right wrist all the way to your left fingertips. Keep your breath going. Be present right here in the moment. How can you find that strength? Breathe in. Breathe out, high plank pose. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana, right leg lifts. Knee up in line with your hip flexor. Dorsiflex your toes towards your face. Ground down into all four corners of your left foot. Lengthen through the back of your left leg. Rotate your pinkies inward towards one another. Create length through your arms right next to your ears. Breathe in. Breathe out, figure four, right foot to your left thigh, hands to heart center. Sink your hips down and back. Keep your right foot flexed. Find a bend in your left knee. Torso stays lifted away from your thighs so your core is engaged. If you can, drop your hips a little deeper to the mat. Really find your focus, your drishti gaze for balance. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana, rise back up. Exhale, airplane Dakasana, slow and controlled as if you were moving through molasses. Kick your right foot towards the daylight, toes flex towards your face. Hands follow your leg. Pretend there was a block of beach ball between them, pulling them closer. Kick your right heel up in line with your glute, then send your right hip flexor down towards the mat to meet your left. Press into your left foot, create a strong foundation. Gaze long. Breathe in. Breathe out, crescent lunge, airplane arms, right toes tap. Hands stay as they are, 90-degree bend in your left knee. Torso lifted from your left thigh. Push onto your right toes, send your right heel higher towards the ceiling. Feel the fascia stretch through the middle of your right foot. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two, cartwheel your hands, pivot open towards the front. First time here, you can bend in and out of your left knee before settling in. Then find your 90-degree bend. Gaze over your left fingertips. Reach long from hand to hand. Press into the outside edge of your right foot like we did earlier on in class with cat and cow. Inhale, star pose, burst open. Exhale, horse squat, sink low. Second time here, you can stay right here in horse, or option to take a second set of those shoulder dips. One shoulder and then the other, gazing over your opposite shoulders. When you're ready, we'll meet back in a horse squat. So sink low, tilt your pelvis up and underneath you. Squeeze your glutes together, shine your heart forward. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten your front leg. Bump your left hip flexor towards the front. Left arm reaches towards the daylight. Lengthen from your hip towards your shoulder. Breathe in. Breathe out, cartwheel your hands, high to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Option for Ekapada, chin stand, any variation. When you're ready, we'll meet back in a downward facing dog. Love the various expressions. We flow sun V breath to movement. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale right knee, right tricep. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, active runner's lunge. Inhale, modified pyramid. Exhale, active runner's lunge. Inhale, side plank towards the right. We hold for the exhale. We hold for the inhale. Exhale, high plank pose. Breathe in, look forward. Breathe out, step to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana, left leg lifts. Exhale, figure four. Breathe in, one-legged Tadasana. Breathe out, airplane Dakasana. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, crescent lunge, airplane arms, left toes tap. Inhale, warrior two, shine your heart. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, star pose, burst open. Exhale, horse squat. Breathe in, star. Breathe out, warrior two. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Meeting back in a downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, active runner's lunge. Inhale, modified pyramid. Exhale, active runner's lunge. Inhale, side plank pose to the left. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, high plank pose. Exhale, look forward, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana, right leg lifts. Exhale, figure four. Breathe in, one-legged Tadasana. Breathe out, airplane Dakasana. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, crescent lunge, airplane arms. Inhale, warrior two. Settle in on your exhale. Breathe in, star pose. Breathe out, horse squat. Breathe in, star. Breathe out, warrior two. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, right knee, right tricep. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, active runner's lunge. Inhale, modified pyramid. Exhale, active runner's lunge. Inhale, side plank pose to the right. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, high plank pose. Exhale, step to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana, left leg. Exhale, figure four. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, airplane Dakasana. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, crescent lunge, airplane arms. Inhale, warrior two. Settle into your exhale. Breathe in, star pose. Breathe out, horse squat. Breathe in, star. Breathe out, warrior two. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale, re-extend. Exhale, active runner's lunge. Inhale, modified pyramid. Exhale, active runner's lunge. Inhale, side plank to the left. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, high plank pose. Exhale, journey to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana, right leg. Exhale, figure four. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana. Exhale, airplane Dakasana. Stay for the inhale. Exhale, crescent lunge, airplane arms. Inhale, warrior two. Settle into your exhale. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, horse squat. Inhale, star. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We add on. Inhale, your right leg high. Exhale, right knee, right tricep elevators. Wrist to tricep. Right knee moves up and down the length of your right arm. Really working into our core, our obliques, as well as our shoulder muscles. Gaze long. We're here for four, for three, just two. Right leg high in one, inhale. Exhale, active runner's lunge. Inhale, modified pyramid. Exhale, active runner's lunge. Inhale, side plank to the right. Option to stay right here or take on a variation. Maybe you hover your right leg this time, or option to bring your right leg up to your right hand and extend it forward. If you don't have this flexibility, you can always grab your right shin and hold it as you kick your right foot towards the front of the room. Try to take on this variation or any other. Find that challenge in yourself. Be present right here in the moment. Re-extend, inhale. Exhale, high plank pose. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, journey to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, sink low. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana, left leg lifts. Exhale, figure four with a prayer twist variation. So you're going to twist towards the right. Just like your prayer twist with both legs, this time you're in a figure four. Your left elbow can connect anywhere on your left shin. Fullest expression, left elbow connects to the inside of the arch of your left foot. Pressure between the palms of your hands. Drop your hips down and back. Wrists in line with your elbows, really challenging your balance, your focus of being present in this moment with yourself. If you fall out, you can get right back into it. Slowly re-engaging our breath. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana, left leg lifts. Exhale, airplane Dakasana. Left heel pulses up, just pulse, pulse. Little tiny movements, left heel towards the sky. Just lift it up, exhale. For four, for three, for two, crescent lunge with airplane arms in one. Inhale, reaching crescent, this time arms sweep forward. Exhale, revolve crescent, twist. Hands come through heart center. Left elbow to the outside of your right thigh this time. Option to stay here. You can drop down to your back knee to focus solely on the twist, or you can keep it lifted, up and away from the mat. Gaze towards the right or up to the ceiling. Wrists in line with your elbow. Use your elbow to thigh connection to leverage your torso to twist a little bit deeper. Breathe in. Breathe out, release, runner's lunge this time. Drop down to your back knee and tuck your toes. Toe heel your right foot to the top right corner of your mat, just like we did in active runner's lunge. This time your left knee is down, so let this be a little more hip opening and relaxing. You can stay up on the palms of your hands. You can lower down to your forearms, or if you're looking for a quad stretch, plant your left palm, kick your left foot towards your glute, and extend your right hand back. Reach for the outside, the pinky edge of your foot. Take any runner's lunge variation that serves you. Any and all are great. They're all opening up into your hips. If you took a quad stretch, slow and controlled release. If you lower down to your palms, press back up. Toe heel your right foot between both hands. Tuck your back toes, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Back to our flow. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, star pose, burst open. Exhale, horse squat. Breathe in, star. Parallel your feet to the short edges of your mat. Bring your arms in line with your shoulders. Breathe in, shine your heart forward. Breathe out, Prasarita, forward fold. Hinge down. Your hands can rest to the mat. You can grab to the outside edges of your feet. You can crawl your fingertips towards the front of the room. The goal is to let your torso, your head, fall heavy towards your legs and towards the earth. Feet are in line with the short edges of your mat, and then simply let gravity do the work. Slowly push back up to your hands. Inhale, star pose, rise all the way up, use your core strength. Exhale, warrior two, spin your right foot towards the front. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, high to low plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, your left leg high. Exhale, left knee, left tricep elevators. Wrist, tricep, just lower and lift. Left knee moves up and down the length of your left arm. Feel your core, your obliques engaged. For 4, just 3, left leg high in 2, and 1. Inhale. Exhale, active runner's lunge. Inhale, modified pyramid. Exhale, active runner's lunge. Inhale, side plank to the left, spin open. Option is stay here. Maybe you hover your left leg, or take the variation, bring your left knee in towards your chest and reach for your left foot. Your left calf, grab it and extend it forward. Love the expressions throughout the room. Really pike your hips high. Press into the pads of your right hand. That's where you create a strong foundation through your wrist and your shoulder. Beautiful. Breathe in. Breathe out, high plank pose. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, journey to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, sink low. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana, right leg lifts. Exhale, figure 4 with a prayer twist. So sink your hips down, right elbow twist towards the left. It can connect anywhere on your right thigh. Fullest expression, right elbow connects to the inside of your right calf. This all depends on your flexibility. Know anywhere you go is great. Just taking that twist through your spine challenges your balance. A little deeper than your prayer twist normally would. Continue to drop your glutes closer towards the mat. Find your drishti gaze, an unmoving object to focus on and stare at. And if you fall out, get right back in. That's what balance is all about. Coming back to our breath, inhale, one-legged Tadasana, right leg lifts. Exhale, airplane Dakasana, right heel pulses high. So pulse, pulse. Little tiny movements, right heel towards the sky on your exhales. We're here for 4, for 3, just 2. Crescent lunge with airplane arms in 1, right toes tap. Inhale, reaching crescent, right arms towards the front of the room. Exhale, revolve crescent, twist towards the left. So right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. Your right knee can stay lifted, or you can drop down to it to focus solely on your twist. Pressure between the palms of your hands and all 10 fingers. Keep your wrists in line with your elbows. Use your elbow to thigh connection to leverage your torso. Feel the twist from your tailbone to the crown of your head. Keep your gaze to the side wall or up high to the ceiling. On each exhale, lengthen a little bit more and twist a little deeper. Breathe in. Breathe out, runner's lunge. So drop down to your right knee, untuck your right toes. Toe heel your left foot to the top left corner of your mat. Option is stay right here up on the palms of your hands. You can lower down to your forearms. Or if you took a quad stretch on the opposite side, plant your right palm. Bend your right knee, right heel towards your glute, extend your left hand back, and reach for your foot. Maybe you don't find that connection and it hovers, or maybe you're able to grab it. Take any runner's lunge variation you did on the opposite side, just opening back up into our hips. This is great if you're sitting at a desk, working from home all day, driving long distances, or maybe just not up on our feet as much. Slowly release your right foot back to the mat. Toe heel your left foot between both hands. Tuck your toes, low lunge. Inhale, crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, warrior two, pivot open. Inhale, star pose, burst open. Parallel your feet to the short edges of your mat. Send your hands behind you, interlace them together for a bind. Breathe in, shine your heart forward. Breathe out, Prasarita forward fold with a bind. Know that you can always release this bind if it causes any tension or just doesn't feel good. Let your knuckles fall up overhead, your torso closer towards your thighs, your head towards the mat. Press into the outside edges of your feet. Slowly coming back to our breath, keep your bind. Inhale, rise all the way up. Then star pose, send your arms up high. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, high to low plank, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, active runner's lunge. Always the option to drop down to your back knee. We're going to move into our inversion, the playtime of class. So we're moving into hurdler's pose. If you know hurdlers, feel free to jump right on into it or fly into it. If you're working on another inversion, say crow pose, flying frog, you can take that on as well. I'm going to demo hurdlers real quick and then walk us all through it, okay? So there's two ways that you can get there. I'll show you the way I find harder first, and that's from active runner's lunge. So we did a lot of active runner's lunge, really opening up our hips. So you're going to crawl your right arm underneath, so the upper part of your right arm goes underneath your right thigh. Plant your palms firmly, just like we did in our side plank poses, creating that strong foundation. You're going to toe heel your right foot out. Your left elbow is going to bend like a chaturanga, creating a shelf right underneath your left rib cage, and then slowly kick up and off. So you can just play around kicking like that. So I find that a little harder to get into it. Another way that you can also get into hurdlers is kicking your right leg high. Right knee to your right tricep, just like we did earlier on in class. And then from here, you find that connection, that shelf once again, and that connection with your right tricep to the upper part of your right arm. Yeah, of course. As I say, questions? So I'll try it on the other side. Make sure we try both sides. So if you're doing the kick, your leg goes high. You bring your elbow up and in to your arm. You're going to bend your both arms like you're doing a chaturanga. Your left leg, the inner part, goes to the upper arm. Your right elbow bends, creating that shelf right into your rib cage. Then shift your weight forward, and this is where you slow and controlled kick up. So your right toes can just tap to the mat, or you can eventually kick them up and extend your left leg. So we can just hold it, and that's great too. Working on strength. We're going to be working on this for a little bit in vinyasa classes, just so that way we can build up to it and continue our inversions. So even if you're just holding, left leg up, left leg to your tricep, find that connection. Inner leg to your arm, right elbow up and into your rib cage. Nice. Yeah, that's it. Try to grab your right elbow a little more into your rib cage, your other arm. Yeah, right there. That's awesome. Nice. Yeah. There we go. Awesome. Great job. That was it. Yeah. So it just takes finding that positioning really, because you have that strength with your fingertips and your arm strength. So once you find how you connect that elbow to the inside, then you have that shelf. Cool. How are we feeling? Silence? I don't know if that's a good thing. We're here for a few more rounds of breath. If you have questions after, happy to walk you through it. Make sure you try on your right side, your left side, so they're evened out. Awesome job. Nice, that was good. Once you do that, once you find that connection, you extend your leg. So your leg's up here, then you extend it out, and you simply kick your back leg up. Yeah. So then it's all about shifting your weight a little more forward. But really finding that connection is the hardest part. So a little more advanced than just crow or flying frog. We took it there today. But hopefully it was fun. And you can try it always on at home. That's how you get better. All right. We'll meet back in a comfortable child's pose. Big toes to touch, glutes towards your heels. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more time. Ujjayi inhale. Ujjayi exhale. Inhale up to a tabletop position. Tuck your toes. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, half pigeon. Right knee to your right wrist. Right foot maybe to your left. Drop down to your back knee and tuck your back toes. Gaze over your left shoulder. Ensure your left foot, toes included, are in a straight line. And then bring your gaze back. Option to stay right here or slowly hinge down to sleeping pigeon. You can lower down to your forearms. You can lower your head to the mat. And if this causes you any pain, you can always take supine figure 4 onto your back as well. Slow and controlled, return back up to the palms of your hands. Tuck your back toes. Inhale, three-legged dog, right leg high. Kick it up, bend in and out of your right leg. Just invite movement and blood flow in. We meet back in a downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, half pigeon. Left knee to your left wrist, left foot maybe to your right. Drop down to your back knee and tuck your back toes. Gaze over your shoulder, ensure foot, toes included, are in a straight line. Option to stay right here up on the palms of your hands, or slow and controlled, lower down to your forearms for sleeping pigeon. Let your head, your torso fall heavy, and return to your breath. Slowly push back up to the palms of your hands if you lower it down. Tuck your back toes. Inhale, three-legged dog, left leg high. Bend in and out of your left leg. Open up through your left hip. Invite blood flow back in. We meet back in a downward dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, lower down to your knees. Take a seat onto your glutes. Extend your legs forward. And slow and controlled, lower all the way down onto your back. Once there, walk your heels up and in towards your glutes so your hands could tickle them. Inhale, bridge pose, pike your hips up high. Option to interlace your hands underneath for a bind. If you took that bind, slowly release. Lower your back, your glutes to the mat. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Inhale. Exhale, happy baby pose, feet high. Grab for the inner outer arches of your feet. Seal your tailbone to the mat. Option to sway gently from side to side. Maybe extend one leg and then the other. Slowly bring your knees back into heart center. Give yourself a squeeze. Inhale. Exhale, easy supine twist. Knees fall to the left. Reach your arms out. Let your head fall to the right. Option to flutter your eyes closed. Slowly bring your knees back into heart center. Give yourself a squeeze. Inhale. Exhale, easy supine twist. Knees fall to the right. Reach your arms out. Head falls to the left. Slowly bring your knees back into heart center. Grab for opposite elbows. Bring your forehead to meet them. Give yourself the biggest hug, the tightest squeeze. Breathe in. Breathe out. Release. Shavasana. Just let everything go. Wiggle, move, and simply be. These next few moments are solely yours. That you can stay exactly where you are. But if you're ready to reawaken, to restart your day, begin by wiggling your fingertips, your toes, opening and closing your jaw. Rock your head gently from side to side. Take an inhale, reach your hands up high overhead for a full body stretch. Breathe in. Breathe out, roll over to your favorite side. Rest your head on your arm as a pillow. With your opposite hand, push yourself up gently to a seat. Bring your hands to your third eye center. The light in me honors and respects the light in each and every one of you. Bowing forward together, we seal in this practice. Namaste. Awesome job, everyone. Thanks so much for joining. Thanks for joining online too. See you soon.